So you're getting some orders for your clothing brand, or you're about to start your own brand, and you want to know the best and most convenient way to fulfill your orders without all the headaches? Let's go. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Dan, and I have been running my clothing brand for the last 19 months. Something that I regularly struggled with in the beginning was fulfilling the orders. Now, I'm a massive structure and system person. I love to structure things, make things efficient, and make everything flow really nicely. This is why I built my own fulfillment station for my clothing brand. This really speeds things up for me, it makes it super easy, helps me keep it organized, and it creates a really good workflow. So when you get heaps and heaps and heaps of orders coming through, it's easy to keep up to speed with what you're doing and where everything needs to be. There's nothing worse than trying to pack orders and you've got crap just absolutely everywhere with no system and no organization. And it's a major key to scaling. You cannot scale if you don't have systems and procedures in place. And that is exactly what I'm gonna reveal and show you guys today. So let's go. Without further ado, I want to jump straight into it and not waste any time. The first thing that I do is I jump on my laptop. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I am now in my Shopify dashboard in my orders section. Now, this will work for all other platforms as well, depending what you're hosting on. I always recommend Shopify, but if you're using Wix or Squarespace or some of the other e-commerce platforms, this will also work. It just may not be the exact same plugin. Now, I have got a particular thing on here that allows me to print off all of my packaging slips at once so I don't have to print off individual orders. So for example, let's just say I want to print off these first 3 orders here. All I do is head over here to more actions. I go print with order printer. And what this does is it basically just allows me to print all 3 of those orders in one. So obviously I have to block this out, but if we scroll down, we have 3 different sheets. That just prints directly to my printer on some A4 paper, and then I obviously go get them, and then we move over to the packaging station. So let's head over there. Alrighty, what is up guys? So we are in the packaging fulfillment area. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out by giving you guys a little bit of a tour of everything that I have here, and then we're gonna run through and we're actually gonna package an order together. So the first thing, which I'm actually really stoked on, and I recommend this to anyone, is getting some folding tables. Now, I've got 2 folding tables that are shoved behind this desk in between that next shelf. These are really good to have just so that you can lay them up somewhere out the way as we have here. And then when you get a lot of orders, like you get influx of orders, etc., like on new drops and all that sort of stuff, you can pretty much pull these out, fold them out, and they're not permanently in the way. So I'm just gonna start by doing that just to show you guys what I would normally do after the weekend, coming in on a Monday morning when there's a fair few orders. As you guys seen, it literally took me 5 seconds to open this up, and I've now got all this extra room, which is really helpful to have when you're getting an influx of orders. Okay guys, so the first part of the setup that I really love is actually the desk itself. Now this desk is fully electric. So over here, I can literally adjust this to any height that I want. Now this is really good because when I first started, I actually in fact only used the trestle tables, and that gave me a lot of back problems bending over that all the time. So I definitely recommend either getting a high desk or one that you can adjust the height on. Alrighty, so we're pretty much going to rapid fire this off. Basically on the desk, everyone will be different on what you have set up. But firstly, I have my printer set up all the way over to the left. On top of the printer, I have my scales. Just over to the right of this, I have my backup shipping labels if something was to ever go wrong with my actual printer. They're just A4 sheets with multiple stickers on them that I can print. In here, I also have some heat transfer vinyl for the hoodies. When I do the hoodie orders, so I just have those all pre-cut readily available. And then a couple of the other drawers are just for little things. So in here I have some thank you stickers which go on all of my orders. Down the bottom I've just got invoices and receipts, and in the other one I just have some paper. Just always good to have around. Now on top of that, I've got a stapler, I've just got like a little utensil thing here, I've got my knife, scissors, pens, all that good stuff. Those little things that you may need throughout packaging orders and just throughout the day in general to keep everything running really smooth. So the next thing I actually have is half a shelf on the desk. Now I put up a photo of what I mean, the little shelf that I'm talking about. Basically, I just put the top half of it together and I've screwed it down into the desk, and that sort of creates this little area here, which I'm really happy with. So up the top, I keep all of my poly mailers, and up the very top, I keep some bubble wrap just in case. I actually bought that because we gave away a GoPro in the brand. I have never used it since, but hey, we may give away another GoPro this year, so we'll see. Up the top here, I just have these little wood pieces that I've screwed into the actual shelves themselves, which hold all of my boxes up there and just keeps everything out the way. Alrighty guys, so moving down to the bottom shelf, these are probably one of my favorite things. So in here, I just have 4 little white tubs. Now in the first one, I have my thank you cards, which are just that. In the second one, I've got tape. So this is tape that goes on the rolls. And I've also got the express tape when I express send orders. In the middle, I've got my label printer, which is really, really helpful. And it's readily available there all the time. Very easy to access. Over in here, I've got stickers. So these are just little stickers with my brand name on it that I throw in every order. And last but not least, we've got the rollers, which are the lint rollers. If you guys are just starting a brand and you're wondering what some essential things that you should buy are for your brand, click up on the card here and go to my last video. I basically run over 10 must-haves for any person starting a brand in 2022. From these drawers, in between the drawers and the shelf, I've actually got a few other little things. This is, I don't know what you call this. This is like a paper slicer, but it keeps everything in the lines. Very good to have for just cutting vinyl and stuff like that, because we work with vinyl a lot. The next thing I have is my t-shirt folder. And then the other thing I have is just the clipboard. These are just, again, really good things to have handy on you at all times. So we accidentally unplugged the light and we didn't know, but we got the light back now. All right, so moving on the back of this shelf here, I've just put a small piece of MDF wood, and this is basically just the backboard. Over here, I've got the car that I'm gonna buy this year, which is my Chrysler. Super excited to see that, but don't worry about that, that's just for me. Up here, I've just got a couple nails in the board. This allows me to hang my tape gun, my hang tag gun, and also my pickers in there as well. Again, just keeping everything super clean. Alrighty guys, so now we're at the shelves where all of the product and stock is held. Now, so as I mentioned in the start of the video, systemizing everything is so important, and that is exactly what I've done here. I've organized and systemized this whole process to be as easy and convenient as possible. So when I first receive my shirts from my suppliers, the first thing I do is I sit down, I lint roll everything, and I bag them in these biodegradable bags. These are from Hero Packaging. I'll leave a link in the description. Incredible guys, really support them. They're another small business here in Australia. Now, everything is also pre-tagged before it goes in. Now, what does this do? This avoids me having to lint roll each shirt individually before I send them out. When you first start out, you don't have to worry about all these little details, but they do make a massive difference when packaging orders when you're starting to get more and more orders. So I definitely recommend it. Like I said, having these pick bins that I literally just made out of cardboard boxes literally systemizes and makes everything so much easier when packaging things. Things don't fall off, get dirty, go missing, etc, etc. It's just an incredible system, and I highly recommend that you start to look towards doing something like this when you get a little bit busier. Alrighty guys, so now on the middle shelf, basically these are just my hats. Now over the other side, I've got some more pick bins, but I just wanted to show you this quickly. So with my hats, the way that I have them set up is that I have them so that I can grab them from both sides. So the hats are like facing outwards from both sides, so no matter what side I'm on, I can grab the headwear without having to walk around the shelves multiple times just to get and package the orders. Alright guys, so now we're going to package an order. Now like I said, the first thing that I do when I get into the office is print off all my orders. Once I do that, I take all my orders and I put them in this little bin over here, which is just my current orders. So throughout the day, I just grab a sheet from there when I package some more orders, and that's how I do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our first sheet. Now what I recommend you doing, if you say have, 3 or 4 orders, what I recommend doing is just grabbing your sheet, going and getting each product that you need for each order, setting it down on your table and putting your packaging slip on top before you even package anything, and that's where the trestle table will come in super helpful. Alright, so we're just going to package one order for this example. So Mint ordered a staple cap, a flat cap in black, and a flat cap in white. So we're going to go grab those now, so come with me. It's going to probably get a bit dark. So we grab one of these, and then we also grab a copper hat, and then we head back over to the desk. So I just grabbed the tag gun off the back shelf there, open up my hang tag drawer. The white one's already got a hang tag, so I've only got 2 hang tags to put on. So this is super simple. Literally just poke these through the back of this, like so, and then you've got a hang tag on your piece of product. by the way, these are just poking through the little holes. They're not going through the hat, so just relax. Now, white hats get really dirty, so what I like to do is I just like to get a lint roller just before I send any hats off, because hats aren't pre-packaged like the shirts. I just like to lint roll them down just to make everything look really clean, especially black as well, because black, we all know black fabrics just hold so much dust and it's very visible. Now this order is going to get packaged in a box because they're hats and we don't like to get them squished. So I literally just turn around, I grab a box. Alrighty guys, so now basically I just grabbed down the tissue paper, which I forgot to mention is just held on top of the poly mailers there. And then I grab off one sheet. Take my 3 hats. Pop them nicely in the box. Now, what we're doing at the moment, just because it is around Christmas time and I have a few left over, we're actually just chucking in some $1 scratches into our order just as an extra thank you. And then obviously as well, what we do, we chuck in our thank you card and we usually grab a couple stickers. So I just like to chuck 2 stickers in just as a bit of an extra thank you, and it spreads your brand around as well. So what we do is we just chuck the stickers in there, fold over the tissue paper, and then what we do is we open up our drawer again, grab a thank you sticker on the corner, sit it on top, and that is your order. Alrighty guys, so now pretty much what we do is we just grab this order, move it down here with all of our other orders, and then we move on to packaging the rest. Once we've packaged the rest, we then print labels. So I'm gonna grab my MacBook, bring it over here. Alrighty guys, now because I'm in Australia, basically what I do is I head over to my apps and I print off my shipping labels. I can't tell you how to do this because chances are you're probably not from Australia, and everybody does this differently and everybody uses different places to send their orders. So I use Australia Post, so I have a seller dashboard as an app through Shopify that allows me to send my orders that way. Alrighty guys, so now that I've got the label up, pretty much all I do now is I head over to the computer, I just plug it in here. The particular label printer that I use is just a Dymo 4XL. In my opinion, these are the best, but there's a few others out there. You can have a look online for yourself and see what you decide to go with. Basically, once I do that, I press print. My Dymo label printer prints out my order. Obviously, I take that and then I just stick that on top of the order and it's ready to go. Alrighty guys, that is all that I have for today's video. I hope you guys got lots of value from it. If you guys have any other questions regarding your clothing brand or your fulfillment center, either leave a comment down below or also hit me on Instagram. I'm always replying to DMs and happy to help you guys out. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. I have got so much more clothing brand content coming out over the next 12 months and I'm super excited to watch everybody's brands grow. Hope you all have an incredible day. Peace out and thanks for watching.